Exercise 7.2, question number 19. Integrate e raised to 2x minus 1 over e raised to 2x plus 1. So let us solve 19th question number. Solution 19. Let I equal to integration of e raised to 2x minus 1 over e raised to 2x plus 1 dx. So what we will be doing in this one is we will divide the numerator and denominator both by e raised to x. So writing that step, dividing both numerator and denominator, numerator and denominator by e raised to x. We have I equal to, so this will become e raised to 2x over e raised to x minus 1 over e raised to x whole divided by this will become e raised to 2x over e raised to x plus 1 over e raised to x, and this is dx. So this will give us, therefore I equal to, simplifying it, will be getting e raised to x minus e raised to minus x over e raised to x plus e raised to minus x dx. Now if you take the denominator as t, so what we will be getting? We will be getting on differentiation, we will be getting e raised to x, this will become minus e raised to minus x dx as dt. So let us do that one. Let the denominator be t, that is let e raised to x plus e raised to minus x equal to t. Therefore e raised to x plus e raised to minus x, differentiating both with respect to x, so that is d by dx equal to dt by dx. So let us differentiate this. We will be getting e raised to x, differentiation of e raised to minus x, that will be minus into e raised to minus x equal to dt by dx, and this will give us, therefore e raised to x minus e raised to minus x dx equal to dt. And suppose let this be, say, 1, this be 2, and let this be our 3. So putting 2 and 3 in 1, putting 2 and 3 in 1, we have, putting 2 and 3 in 1, we have, so what we are having, I equal to, see here, e raised to x minus e raised to minus x dx, that will become dt, and in the denominator will be getting t. So what we will be getting, I equal to dt over t. Therefore we have I equal to integration of dt over t, and that is equal to log mod of t plus c. But our original function is in terms of x, so we will replace t with the value of t, that is e raised to x plus e raised to minus x. Therefore I equal to log mod of e raised to x plus e raised to minus x plus c. And if you wish, we can also write this without using the modulus function. I equal to log e raised to x plus e raised to minus x plus c. Both are correct because the exponential function is never negative. So e raised to x plus e raised to minus x will be always positive. So even we do not use the modulus function, it will be correct only. Now question number 20, that also we can do exactly the same way as we have done 19th one. So let us solve question number 20. Solution of question number 20, that is integration of e raised to 2x minus e raised to minus 2x over e raised to 2x plus e raised to minus 2x dx, and here there is no need for us to divide the numerator denominator, because already if you see that if you take the denominator as t, differentiation of that will be getting as dt with some numerical value. So let us put the denominator as t. Let e raised to 2x plus e raised to minus 2x equal to t. Therefore, differentiation of e raised to 2x will be 2 into e raised to 2x, and this will become plus difference of e raised to minus 2x is e raised to minus 2x, and into minus 2, because this is composite function equal to dt by dx, and taking 2 common we will be getting e raised to 2x minus e raised to minus 2x and this will give us dx equal to dt. Therefore, we can see that e raised to 2x minus e raised to minus 2x dx equal to dt by 2. So, now we will put all these value in I. This is our I. Therefore, from let this be say 1, this be 2, and this is our 3. So, putting 2 and 3 in 1, putting 2 and 3, putting 2 and 3 in 1, we have I equal to. So, let us see what we will be getting on substituting the values of 2 and 3 in 1. E raised to 2x minus e raised to minus 2x dx, that is dt by 2. So, that we can write, since 1 by 2 is a constant, we can take it out of the integral. So, here we can write dt, and when we substitute this 2 in 1, e raised to 2x plus e raised to minus 2x, what we will be getting is 1 by t. So, we are getting here 1 by t. So, integration of 1 by t we know is equal to log t. Therefore, I equal to half log modulus t plus c. Now, putting the value of t. So, what is our t? T is e raised to 2x plus e raised to minus 2x. So, therefore, I equal to half log modulus of e raised to 2x plus e raised to minus 2x plus c. Again, we know that the exponential function is never negative, so we can uh, avoid this modulus function. In place of that, we can rewrite it I equal to half log e raised to 2x plus e raised to minus 2x plus, even if we write the modulus function is not incorrect, so we can write in any one of these two ways. Both are correct way of writing. So, with this, question number 20 is also complete. Exercise 7.2, question number 21. Integrate 10 square 2x minus 3. We know that we do not have the this integration of 10 square x is not in standard form, but we have earlier also done it. We can convert this in terms of sec square, and then we can integrate. So, let us do that way. So, solving question number 21. Solution 21. I equal to integration of 10 square 2x minus 3 dx. So, rewriting 10 square x in terms of sec square x, we can have I equal to 10 square x, that is sec square x minus 1. So, sec square 2x minus 3 minus 1 dx. So, separating the integral, we will be getting I equal to integration of sec square 2x minus 3 dx minus integration of 1 dx equal to, now we know the integration of sec square x is 10x. So, here we will be writing 10 2x minus 3, then our x is in the this x has been uh, replaced with ax plus b form, and what we have to do is simply differentiate 2x minus 3, differentiation of that is 2. So we'll divide our answer by 2. So this is what will be the integration of sec square 2x minus 3, that is tan 2x minus 3 over 2, minus integration of 1 is x plus c. So this is the final answer, and with this question number 21 is also complete. Exercise 7.2, integrating question number 22. Let us solve question number 22. Solution 22. I equal to integration of sec square 7 minus 4x dx. So this is a very simple question. We know how to integrate sec square function. The integration of sec square is 10x. So here we will be getting, therefore I equal to tan 7 minus 4x, and here plus c. But we can see that our x is not our x is in the form of ax plus b. What we'll be doing is we'll differentiate 7 minus 4x, and difference of 7 minus 4x is minus 4. So just simply we have to divide this tan 7 minus 4x with minus 4, and that will be our final answer. So our final answer is I equal to tan 7 minus 4x over minus 4 plus c, and usually we are not writing minus in the denominator. So what we can do is bring this minus in the numerator. So this is our final answer. I equal to minus tan 7 minus 4x over 4 plus c. So this is the answer of question number 22. Exercise 7.2, question number 23. So solution 23. I equal to integration of sine inverse x over root of 1 minus x square dx. Now we know the differentiation of sine inverse x is 1 by root of 1 by x square. So let sine inverse x equal to t. Therefore we will be getting dt by dx equal to 1 over root of 1 minus x square, and this will give us, therefore dt equal to dx over root of 1 minus x square, and therefore we can see that our I will become I equal to sine here sine inverse x, that can be replaced with here you can see that the sine inverse x can be replaced with t, and dx over root of 1 minus x square can be replaced with dt. What we are getting is I equal to integration of t dt, and the integration of t is t square by 2 plus c, but our original function is in terms of x, so we will replace t with the value of x. So therefore I equal to sine inverse x whole square by 2 plus c. So this is the answer of question number 23. With this 23 is also complete. Exercise 7.2, question number 24. Integration of 2 cos x minus 3 sin x over 6 cos x plus 4 sin x dx. That is what we have to find. So we will integrate this function. So solving question number 24. Solution 24. I equal to integration of 2 cos x minus 3 sin x over 6 cos x plus 4 sin x dx. And if you see carefully, we can see that if we take the denominator as t, differentiation of cos is minus sign and difference sign is cos. So it is already in the numerator. So what we can do is we will be taking the denominator as t. So let 6 cos x plus 4 sin x equal to t. Therefore, now let us will be differentiating both sides with respect to x. So 6 into differentiation of cos is minus sin x plus 4 differentiation of sin is cos x, and equal to we will be getting is dt by dx. Therefore, and we can see in the left hand side we are having the numerical values 6 and 4, and from both we can take out 2 common. So taking 2 common, we will be getting minus 3 sin x plus 2 cos x dx equal to dt. So this we can rewrite as 2 cos x minus 3 sin x equal to dt by 2. So let this be 1, this be 2 and this be 3. So putting 2 and 3 in 1, putting 2 and 3 in 1, we have, so let us see what we are getting. I equal to 6 cos x plus 4 sin x, that we have taken as t. So that will be replaced by the denominator, so that we can write as 1 over t, and 2 cos x minus 3 sin x dx, that is equal to, here this dx is missing, so that we can just write it here, dx equal to, so we will write this 2 cos x minus 3 sin x dx as dt by 2. So this will be dt by 2, and 1 by 2 is constant, so that we can take out of the integral. So therefore I equal to half integration of 1 by t dt, and we know the integration of 1 by t is log t. So therefore I equal to half log mod of t plus c, and our original function is in terms of x, so we'll replace t with the value of t, that is 6 cos x plus 4 sin x. So therefore I equal to half log modulus of 6 cos x plus 4 sin x plus c. So this is the solution of question number 24, and with this it is complete. Now we'll go in question number 25, and before we go in question number 25, one small expression here, that at the end of the textbook it is given that I equal to half log 3 cos x plus 2 sin x plus c. That answer and this one is both are same. Why? Because from both the numbers, from here both the terms, we can take out 2 common. So what we'll be getting here is I equal to half log, so suppose we take out here 2 common, so we will be getting 2, then this will become 3 cos x plus 2 sin x, and plus c here, and we know that log a into b is log a plus log b, and so what we will be getting here, if we simplify it further, we will be getting I equal to half, this will become log 2, and plus half log mod of 3 cos x plus 2 sin x plus c, and we can take this because half log is a constant, so that can be added in this c, and we can write a new constant, say c dash. So therefore I equal to half log mod of 3 cos x plus 2 sin x plus, say c1 or c dash, suppose we take c1 plus c1, where c1 equal to half log 2 plus c. So we have seen that this answer which we have originally got, that is I equal to half log mod of 6 cos x plus 4 sin x plus c, is same as given in the textbook. What is given in the textbook? That is I equal to half log mod of 3 cos x plus 2 sin x plus c. So that c is a constant, because it's only a here c is a notation only. So they have written c1 as c. So there is no change at all. There is no need to do all these steps. If you want, you can do it. It's not necessary. Both the answers are correct only. So this is the explanation which I needed, which I wanted to give you in question number 24. So now let us go in our question number 25. So solving question number 25 now, integrating the function of 1 by cos square x over 1 minus tan x whole square. So solving 25th one, I equal to integration of 1 over cos square x 1 minus tan x whole square dx, and we know that differentiation of tan x is sec square x. So it's very simple. What we have to do is, here we'll take this cos square x in the numerator, and we'll be getting that as sec square x. So 1 by cos square x will replace sec square x. So I equal to integration of sec square x over 1 minus tan x whole square. Now let 1 minus tan x equal to t. Let 1 minus tan x equal to t. Therefore, we will be getting differentiation of 1 minus tan x equal to t will be, differentiation of minus tan x is minus sec square x dx equal to dt. So here dx is there, and therefore we will be getting sec square x dx equal to minus dt. Therefore, I equal to sec square x dx, that you can replace with minus dt, over 1 minus tan x, that is t. So that is t square. So further we can solve it as I equal to, minus can be taken out the integration. So dt, this 1 by t square can be written as t raised to minus 2 dt. Now this in the standard form of x raised to n. So integrating it, I equal to minus t raised to minus 2 plus 1 over minus 2 plus 1 plus c. And minus 2 plus 1 is this minus 1, and 1 minus is already here, so it will become plus. So I equal to t raised to minus 2 plus 1, that is t raised to minus 1, so that is 1 by t plus c. So therefore I equal to, because our function is in terms of x, so we'll put the value of t, and what is the value of t which we have taken, that is 1 minus tan x. So I equal to 1 over 1 minus tan x plus c. So this is the answer of question number 25. Exercise 7.2, question number 26 to 31. These all questions will be for self trial, you will be doing on your own, but I will be giving hint to you for all these questions. So it's very simple one. Question number 26, hint for question number 26. What you have to do is put root x as t. So let root x equal to t. When you substitute this one, we will be getting the solution for this. And question number 27, hint is, we can take sine 2x as t. If you take sine 2x as t, the function will be easily integrable. So question number 27, let sine 2x equal to t. Then question number 28, the hint is, put 1 plus sine x as t. Let 1 plus sine x equal to t, because difference of sine x is cos x, so 1 plus sine x, differentiation will be also, when we will take this as t, it will be getting cos x dx as dt. So it will become dt over root t. So very simple, it will be to integrate. Then question number 29. In question number 29, take log sin x equal to t. Why? Because when we take log sin x as t, difference of log sin x will be 1 by sin x into, then we will differentiate sin x with composite function, that is cos x. So we will be getting cos x over sin x, that is cot x. So we will be getting cot x dx equal to dt. So this will be very easily integrable. So question number 29, hint is, put log sin x equal to t. Then question number 30, we are having 30th one. The hint is, again you can see that in the numerator we are having sin x. So in the denominator we are having 1 plus cos x. So put 1 plus cos x equal to t. Similarly, question number 31 is there. In question number 31 also, Just by seeing the numerator and denominator, you can easily guess that what should be the substitution. So question number 31, again we can take 1 plus cos x as t. So put 1 plus cos x equal to t. So all these questions, that is question number 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. These all questions will be for self trial, you will be doing on your own. They are not difficult at all. Try them. They are simple. So next we'll be doing question number 32. So exercise 7.2, question number 32. This is very important questions. Also it is asked in the board exam many times, and you must all go through the steps very carefully. So let us do this question number 32. So solving question number 32. I equal to integration of 1 by 1 plus cot x dx. So first step what we'll do is we'll write cot x in terms of cos and sine. So therefore I equal to integration of 1 over 1 plus cos x by sin x here dx, and this can be written as I equal to sin x over sin x plus cos x, and here of course we are having dx. And suppose we take sin x plus cos x as t, then differentiation of sin x is cos x, and differentiation of cos x is minus sin x, but here we are having only sin x. So first what we'll be doing is we'll multiply I equal to, the steps are to be remembered, multiply and divide with 2. So we'll be getting a 2 sin x over sin x plus cos x, and here dx. Therefore I equal to half, and this sin x also will split into two parts. We'll write it as sin x plus sin x, and in that we'll add cos x and subtract cos x. Sin x plus cos x plus sin x minus cos x, whole divided by sin x plus cos x, and of course here we are having dx, and therefore I equal to, we'll be getting half. And see why we have done this one, because if you see that cos x, and because we have added cos x, so of course we'll do the subtraction of that one. And on doing this one, we can see that if you separate them, sin x plus cos over sin x plus cos will become 1, and we know how to integrate 1. And also differentiation of sin x plus cos, already we have seen the difference of sin x is cos x, and differentiation of cos x is minus sin x. So what we can do it here is one more step we'll write, or here itself we can do is we can take out this minus sign from here. So let us do that in the next step. I equal to half integration of sin x plus cos x, and let us take minus common, so this will become cos x minus sin x whole divided by sin x plus cos x, and this is dx. Now let us separate them. So we'll be getting, therefore I equal to half integration of sin x plus cos x over sin x plus cos x, that is 1 dx. Directly I am writing here 1 dx minus half integration of cos x minus sin x over sin x plus cos x dx. Now we can see that here already we have discussed that difference of sin x is cos x and difference of cos x is minus sin x. So this is of the form, suppose we take this as t, then this will become dt by t, and we know the integration of dt by t is log t. So we can write this as, therefore I equal to half x minus half log mod of sin x plus cos x this our cos, so plus C. So this is the our solution of question number 32. So very important question, you must go through the steps, and this question has been coming many times in the board exam also, so extremely important one. Now this question number 33, that is also to be done same way as we have done this question number 32. So question number 33 will be for self trial. So you will be doing on your own, follow the same kind of steps as we have done in the question number 32. Of course, tan x has to be written as sin x by cos x, and whatever changes are required, you can do it. And if you have any doubt, you can also go through the solved example. We are having solved example here, that is example number 6. Example number 6, third part, integration of 1 by 1 plus tan x dx. So we can go through the solution of this one. So only difference is that of minus here. So same kind of just small here and there changes will be there. You must try it on your own, then only you can learn. As I told you already that this question is very important one. So integration of dx over 1 plus tan x. So this is the steps which we have followed. Same type of steps also we have followed. So same thing we will be doing in question number 33. So question number 33 will be question for self trial. You will be doing on your own. And in mathematics already the most of the work is to be done by the students. What is the aim of the teacher? His aim is to teach, to guide you. Remaining all work has to be done by the students themselves. So question number 34, 35, 36, 37, this all will be, and this 38, 39, this all will be questions for self trial. So let us discuss, but as already we have done earlier also, I will be giving hint to you for this. So hint for question number 34, that is also for self trial. Question number 34 is also for self trial, that is you have to try on your own. 34th one is very simple. How is simple, you can see on your own. Small hint I will be giving here. Integration of we have to do root 10x by sin x into cos x dx. So what we can do is, here we know the difference of 10x is sec square x. How can we get sec square x dx? That is what we have to see. So what we will be doing here is, in the denominator we will divide and multiply by cos x. So suppose this is I equal to integration of root 10x over, this can be written as sin x by cos x into cos x into cos x, and here it is dx. What we have done is, we have multiplied and divided by cos x. Yes, multiplying and dividing by cos x. Now cos x into cos x is cos square x, and when it will go in the numerator, we will be getting 1 by cos square x as sec square x, and this sin x by cos will become 10x. So therefore we will be having I equal to integration of root 10x over sin x by cos x will become 10x, and this will become cos square x and dx. Now we will be simplifying this further. 1 by cos square x can be written as sec square x. Therefore I equal to, and root 10x over 10x, that will become 1 by root 10x. 1 by cos square x can be written as sec square x dx. And now what we know is that differentiation of 10x is sec square x, so we will be taking 10x as t. Let 10x equal to t, and therefore we will be getting sec square x dx equal to dt, and on putting this in I, we will be getting, therefore I equal to integration of sec square x dx, that is dt over root 10x, that is root t. And now this can be written, so we will be getting I equal to, this 1 by root t can be written as 1 by t raised to 1 by 2 dt, and this further can be written as t raised to minus 1 by 2. So therefore I equal to t integration of t raised to minus 1 by 2 dt, and now this of the this has been converted into standard form, so it is of the form x raised to n dx, and integration of this will be, therefore I equal to t raised to minus 1 by 2 plus 1 over minus 1 by 2 plus 1 plus c, and minus 1 by 2 plus 1, that is 1 by 2. So we'll be getting I equal to t raised to minus 1 by 2 plus 1, that is half, so that is root t over this over 1 by 2 plus c, and this will give us 2 root t plus c. So therefore I equal to 2 root t plus c, but our original function was in terms of x, so we'll be replacing t with the value of t, that is 10x. So therefore I equal to 2, what is our t? T is 10x, so 2 square root of 10x plus c. So this is the solution of question number 34. So it was a very simple one, not difficult at all. Now question number 35, that will be also for self trial. So in question number 35, the hint I will be giving to you, question number 35, question 35, that is for self trial. So what we will be doing, this one is uh, just we know the difference of log x is t. So instead of taking log x t, we will be taking 1 plus log x, because difference of 1 will be 0. So in question number 35, put 1 plus log x equal to t, and when we differentiate this, we will be getting 1 by x dx as t. So 1 by x dx as dt. So what we will be getting is I equal to integration of t square dt, and that is will be t cube by 3. So t cube by 3 plus c. So it will be very simple integration. Let me show it to you. Uh, Here I equal to integration of 1 plus log x whole square over x dx. Now, so solution will start from here. So this was the hint. Put 1 plus log x equal to t. Put 1 plus log x equal to t. Therefore, we will be getting 1 by x dx equal to dt. Therefore, I will be equal to integration of 1 plus log x, that is t square, and 1 by x dx is dt, t square dt, and integration of t square dt is t cube by 3 plus c. So therefore I equal to t cube by 3 plus c. Therefore we can say that I equal to, replacing the value of t with that of 1 plus log x, so I equal to 1 plus log x whole cube by 3 plus c. So this is the solution of question number 35. Exercise 7.2, question number 36. So solving question number 36, solution 36. Uh, I equal to integration of x plus 1 into x plus log x whole square by x dx. So I equal to, we can rewrite this one as 1 plus 1 by x, dividing this x will divide x plus 1, so we'll be getting 1 plus 1 by x, and here we'll be getting x plus log x whole square dx. Now put x plus log x equal to t. Put x plus log x equal to t. Therefore, we will be getting differentiation of x is 1 plus 1 by x dx equal to dt. and suppose this is our 1, this is 2, and this is 3. So putting 2 and 3 in 1, putting 2 and 3 in 1, putting 2 and 3 in 1, we have, so what will be having? 1 plus 1 by x dx. This and this together can be replaced with dt, and the remaining can be written here as t square. So what we'll be getting is I equal to, we'll be getting I equal to t square dt. So this is what we'll write. Therefore, I equal to integration of t square dt, and integration of t square dt is t cube by 3 plus c, and just putting the value of t. Therefore, I equal to x plus log x whole cube by 3 plus c. So this is the solution of question number 36. Now question number 37 and 38 both will be for self trial. So question number 37, that will be for self trial, and the hint for that is, take 10 inverse x raised to 4 as t, put 10 inverse x raised to 4 equal to t. So this is the hint for question number 37. And for question number 38, that is also for self trial, the hint is, what we will be doing is, whatever is in the denominator, take that as t, x raised to 10 plus 10 raised to x equal to t, because differentiation of x raised to 10 is 10 into x raised to 9 plus, and we know that integration of a raised to x is a raised to differentiation of a raised to x is a raised to x into log a. So differentiation of x raised to 10 will be 10 x raised to 9 plus differentiation of this 10 raised to x will be 10 raised to x into log 10 with base e. So what we'll be getting is, this will become dt by t, and we know the integration of dt by t is log t. So the answer of this will be log 10 raised to x plus x raised to 10 plus e, that is option D. So option D will be our answer. So the question number 38 will be doing on your own, not difficult at all. Now let us do question number 39. So solving question number 39, solution 39, integration of dx over sine square x into cos square x. Now in the numerator we are having 1 dx, 1 can be written as sine square x plus cos square x. Why we are adding? Because in the denominator we are having sine square x into cos square x. So let this be I equal to, so we can rewrite this as I equal to sine square x plus cos square x. Dx means actually 1 dx. So sine square x plus cos square x dx over sine square x into cos square x. So separating them, we will be getting I equal to sine square x over sine square x into cos square x plus cos square x over sine square x into cos square x, and this is dx. So this we can rewrite as I equal to sine square x and sine square x cancelled here. Here we are be cancelling cos square x and cos square x, and we know that 1 by cos square x is sec square x. So this can be written as I equal to integration of sec square x dx plus 1 by sine square x is cos x square x. So cos x square x, and this is dx. So now both are in standard form, and we know the integration of sec square x. So what is the integration of sec square x? Therefore I equal to integration of sec square x is 10x, and integration of cosec square x is minus cot x. So minus cot x plus c. So the final answer will be I equal to 10x minus cot x plus c, and That is of course option number B. So therefore option B is correct. Option B is correct. So with this, this question number 39 is complete, and also the exercise is also completed.